What up? Welcome back to Omega Big Energy. All right, welcome back to your favorite homegirl healer. All right, we're back with another tarot episode, a late night episode. All right. Spirit had also said the name Courtney, the letter C, could be significant for somebody out there. Cray. The letter C. Somebody here is fucking embarrassed, okay? So if you're somebody who's in the beauty industry, some sort of form of entertainment, somebody's embarrassed. They're embarrassed of what they did. If you own a barbershop, if you're somebody who owns a beauty salon, it's like somebody here is fucking highly embarrassed of what they did. They can't face you and you probably won't see this person. Yeah, this is somebody that tried to ruin your business, is what I'm getting. And they've gotten caught. So like if somebody's been watching them, if they've been under investigation, it's like either the person that did this to you has been caught, and it's like if you were falsely under investigation or something like that, it's like you're cleared. They don't want to be seen. Like somebody here does not want to be seen. Somebody here was hiding. The name Courtney kept coming up as well. The letter C, like I said, for those of you that are now just barely coming in the chat. Hold on. Put on my sweater. So yeah, somebody here was just doing, I want to say the most bitch, but really they weren't doing shit. Right? What the fuck? All right. Yeah, I feel like somebody here was really just out to destroy you. Couldn't stand you. Thank you, Star. Don't forget to get a sweater. All right. On my website, all right, you guys can find pretty much links to whatever you guys need to find in that link at the top of the page. This is going to take you, it's on my omegabigenergy.com, the merch, and it will take you to the Omega official 00.com page, which is where my merch is at. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Star. All right. But yeah, somebody here was like, yeah, you don't, if this is like a friend or like an ex, you're not fucking with this person. Somebody here can't hide. It's like they've been, look at hiding and stalking. So it's like this person can't, it's like, you know who this person is. Like, I can't even really say that this is like somebody who is hiding at this point. What up, Majesty? What up? What up, guys? This is someone who's no longer a secret enemy. Like, this is somebody who is a straight motherfucking, this is an enemy. What up, T? Oof. And it's like, if they have, I hate to say this because it's like so like, it's just out there in the collective, like literally with ancestors on their ass in reverse. It's like their ancestors literally have walked away from this person. Like, there is no spiritual protection, bitch. None. I'm not trying to say that shit's funny, but low-key it kind of is. This is somebody too that they need to like go to bed. Like, this is somebody that can't sleep. Like, they cannot sleep at night. This is also somebody with glow up and transformation in reverse. It's like they're looking pretty dusty these days. I can't go to bed right now. Hey, it's still early, okay? It's not even 10 o'clock yet. It's not even 10 o'clock. But it's like somebody here with glow up transformation reverse, like they really just didn't want you to have a glow up or a transformation. If this is somebody too that could have like tried to make themselves a competitor. They could have tried to make themselves a competitor without you knowing. Like, this is somebody that's just creepy. Group effort is here. This is somebody who, yeah, just did too much, bitch. And with Peacemaker here being in reverse, it's like this is somebody that's just full of chaos. Like, all they do is start drama. Like, what up, honey bunny? What up, bitch? Yeah. What up, Empress? So, yeah, this is kind of sad, bitch. This is sad. I'm on the tablet, so this is why it's kind of like an open chat. So, my phone's gonna die. Happy full moon and fucking Scorpio, bitches. One more shuffle. Yeah, this is somebody who's like really chaotic. They like to start shit for no reason. The star is out here, the star card. It's like things are balancing out for you. I feel like, you know, you could be somebody who's a healer. It's like you're healing. All right. You're just somebody that's destined to be successful. So it's like whatever these hoes tried to do, it just didn't work, bitch. Yeah. Knight of Swords is here. Knight of Swords. It's like they're so mad. They're so upset with you. They're pissed off. They're like raging around town on their little white horse. Trying to sell a story to whoever the fuck will listen. What up, Callie? And I feel like no one gives a fuck. Yeah, no one gives a fuck. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune out here. You have the Wheel of Fortune, and then was this the Knight of Wands in reverse? Yeah, I feel like too, like a lot of truths are being revealed as well. Okay, a lot of truths are being revealed about it's almost like, okay, this card says divine timing. So it's almost like these things were supposed to happen exactly at a certain time. All right. What up, Amanda? What up, girl? How are you? So, you know, these are things that it's like are unavoidable. Like some people, they think because they're doing all these things and it's like they're driving themselves crazy. I'm cool. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I feel like these people are driving themselves crazy because it's almost like they're putting in so much effort, or they did put in so much effort to like destroy you, ruin you, talk shit about you, and like the same outcome like still for you still happen like anyway. Like everything that they like did not want for you to happen or didn't want to happen, it's like they thought they were doing it to you and it happened for you and it was for a reason, really. And yeah, like all this shit is just coming out. And they're mad because if they were talking shit about you before, they really are. It's everybody, including my family too. I have no one. Fuck it. Shit. Solo bolo. Shit. It is what it is. Shit, better for you. I love God's plan. It's always best. I know. And he's funny as shit. So it's just how everything. What up, Watson? I'm telling you, it's true. What What does it say? It's my two neighbors who's jealous of everything, then people stalk me. Your neighbors. Fuck. That's weird. You know what? I feel like, I'm just saying, like, personally for me, and I don't really know where the fuck you live, T, okay? But when you live in the fucking hood, bitch, it's like everybody's in everybody's fucking business, all right? That's just my opinion, okay? Because everybody knew everybody. Everybody's posted up outside. Everybody's in everybody's business. Everybody knows everybody. So-and-so's, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of annoying like that. Like, I'm low-key glad, like, we moved the fuck up on out of the area that we were in because it was so fucking bad. And you really can't mind your fucking business. Like, you know, even when you do mind your business, like other people, there's still somebody, showing up at the pad. Like, why the fuck are you at my gate, bitch? Who the fuck said? You know what I mean? Like, why are you just rolling up unannounced? You know what I'm saying? Driving by, shouting out the window. Like, bitch, what do you mean? Florida, LOL, I grew up in the hood in Boston. I'm telling you, like, yeah, it is annoying. Like, and especially with neighbors, like, it was funny because where I lived out, okay, so I lived in a house and we had like a big ass black gate. And I had one neighbor who lived behind me, him and his wife, they were like super cool. But where I lived at, it was like apartment buildings and there was a house across the street, trap pad for sure. That was like super fucking trap pad, another trap down the street and like one around the block. You know what I'm saying? And like it was so bad. Like I didn't even know the neighbor from across the way, like over on my left side, across the street. She was always watching us from like, and like I would see her here and there and she's like, oh yeah, you're the one with the fucking dog and shit. You know what I mean? And my dog, I have a Rottweiler, so my Rottie was always like, like all crazy and shit. But arguing, somebody always arguing, fights, glass bottles being thrown in the middle of the street, fucking the cops are fucking, you know what I mean? Like some ambulance. Nosy. Like people are fucking nosy. You know what I'm saying? Like super fucking nosy. Weird ass people sitting in their fucking cars, posting up in the fucking corner like, bitch, why are you standing there? Clothes thrown out. Hey, closing the somebody's fighting, arguing with their bitch. Hey, the bitch is throwing their shit out over the fence. They're trying to throw it back over. One neighbor wants my man in my life. The other neighbor, my ex, and wants to ruin my life. Fuck. Yvette. Dude, I'm telling you, like, on some really ghetto ass shit. Like, you know how that shit goes? Somebody's always up in the drama. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, fuck, can I get a break? This is why the fuck I stayed inside my house. Like, fuck. Telling you. And then they started tearing down, like, all the buildings and shit right there, too. So, like, the houses and shit. It was bad. Low vibration. It really is. And it's like, yeah, so I feel like, you know, these people are mad because they're pissed off because it's like the truth is coming out, I feel like, about who you are as a person or just really what the fuck really took place. All right. You could be somebody that you just naturally attract a lot of attention. Even if you don't want attention, it's like people are always focused on your ass, or you're like the scapegoat, or you're the fucking problem, or you're this bitch. Remove yourself from the problem, bitch. And then you're going to see people are still going to find a problem with the solution. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just stupid. And I feel like, you know, they're mad too because they feel like you always have good luck, or you always have, what up, Jerry? You always have good luck, or like something happens like right in the nick of time. Like I'm telling you, right in the nick of time, we moved. We were out of that bitch, out of nowhere. Always focused on you, but motherfuckers are always focused on you too. And this is somebody that they wanted to win at all costs. So this is somebody that they wanted to win at all costs. It's King of Wands in reverse here. And with the Two of Cups and the Lovers in reverse, like this is somebody who feels like I feel like low-key they feel like you're lucky. And they try to do everything to like destroy you. With the Two of Cups here, it's like they wanted you, like they wanted to force their way with this Two of Cups. Oh shit. This Two of Cups and the Lovers here. It's like they were gonna, Lovers in reverse, my bad. It's like they wanted to force their way like into your energy. So whether you wanted to be with this motherfucker or not, or whether this bitch, who, take it where it resonates, this bitch wants to be in your life, male or female, you still a bitch. They were gonna make sure. And I also feel like this is somebody who was always in some type of third party situation, or they wanted to involve you in some type of situationship. You're like, bitch, wait, what? I was just at home minding my own fucking business. I was just right here not doing shit. I was at work. What up, Sherry? I was at work, bitch. What do you mean? What the fuck do you mean? So, yeah, and I feel like this is somebody who was a karmic soulmate that tried to, like, tie themselves to you. Like, and this has been a hard soul tie to break. Some of these karmics, these bitches will attach themselves to you. Okay, I've been showing my candles on Instagram. So, like, yeah, I have been showing my candles. And so, for the love reversals candles, okay, bitch, because I do believe in reversing that shit back, bitch. An eye for an eye, bitch. All right? There's nothing wrong with that shit, bitch. You want to use graveyard magic, bitch? You want to use graveyard dirt, bitch? I can use that shit too, bitch. Okay? But it's like people really don't understand, like, so I lit a candle that was reversed. It had the black on the top and the red on the bottom. Eye for an eye, bitch. You know what I mean? Fuck it, shit. Like I said, bitch, I'll take your ass to fucking hell too, bitch. You want to fucking go there? Let's go. And I lit the red one with the red on top and the black on the bottom, bitch. Why every time I fucking light them red candles on top, there's always residue? And I'm gonna tell you, last time that shit was pitch black all the way down to the bottom, like my fucking sweater, bitch. Like the fucking blinds behind me. I was like, and it was like years worth of fucking probably like spell work and shit that I just never. Now it only goes to the top part on the red ones with the love spells, because I know that, yeah. I'm from the Valley. 818 whoop. So, yes, they did that big black jar. Yeah, behind my house. I'm telling you. Motherfuckers be burying shit. They were burying shit in the front yard, fucking doing all kinds of stupid ass shit. Why, where are you from? Like it's so Nick Allen. Okay. Yeah. Like it is. Oh. Like it is. I'm all like it's. Texas, what's up? LA 18, what's up? Charlotte, North Carolina, right on. What up, Cameron? Oh, what up, Sita? What up, baby? Yeah, so, yeah, but, you know, that being said, it's like, you know, I'll keep lighting that shit. 805, whoop. I fuck with Ventura County, what's up? Orange County, what's up? Southern California, what's up? You know, but yeah, it's just, it's crazy because majority of my candles are fucking clear. What up, Watson? But for whatever reason, them love spells, bitch, even the lust spells, sex spells, all that shit, bitch, bye. Hope your shit falls off, like, type shit. Pomona, well, what up, Jerry? Yeah, but I feel like these hoes really do try to tie themselves, like, if, in my situation particularly, yes, this bitch used witchcraft. LA, what up? Ooh. So, you know, but I feel like this is somebody who really did try to win at all costs. And it's like they wanted to use you, kind of like they feel like you were lucky to them or you brought them luck. It's because your fucking energy, it's like, okay, so when you have a soul tie with somebody, it's like you guys are sharing karma at this point. So shovels up and falls off. Same. Yeah, I'm telling you. So it's like, hey, like people don't realize that shit. And when they start, I mean, bitch, I was like, damn. Like, when I started lighting those candles, I was like, fuck, that shit is real. Like, if you bitches don't think so, awareness is half the battle, motherfucker. Like, sharing karma, that's like a real thing. So, like, let's just say, like, if you're somebody who's good and that person's a piece of shit, you're gonna start balancing out that person's life. Even though they're a pile of shit, it's still gonna balance that piece of shit out. You know what I'm saying? What up, Chosen? And you are gonna start experiencing like weird ass shit, like out of nowhere. I was just telling another story to somebody. So one day, so it was the weirdest shit. So like weird shit would happen to me like out of nowhere when I was tied to my ex. Weird ass shit. And I was like, this is shit that's like in a book. It's in a book. Read it. Like, you want to, like, it's unheard of shit. And I remember somebody was like, damn, girl, like, what the fuck did you do to somebody? And I was like, what do you mean? Like, why the fuck would I do anything to anybody? Like, what are you talking about, you bitch? Like, I was kind of like mad. So I was like, why the fuck would you say that to me? My car kept fucking up. Like, even though my car is fucked up right now. But I feel like with 220,000 miles on that shit, it's about that time, bitch. But other times, there was no reason why. You know what I'm saying? It was because this bitch used to steal cars. He used to do all kinds of crazy shit that I didn't know, okay, at the time. So that's why I feel like my cars were breaking down. All kinds of weird shit was going on. I'm like, why? Why? Girl, it starts with the cars. That's how you know, bitch. Okay? Like, I'm telling you, like, this motherfucker's a piece of shit. Anyways, so that motherfucker's gotten in so many car accidents, I can't even tell you. And I remember and she was like, damn, girl, like, what the fuck did you do? Like, why is your shit always full? I'm like, I don't know, bitch. Like, can you just jump the shit? But I will say, like, it's fucking true. Like, you don't realize how much you share. Like, I remember one time I came home late from work. Windows open, right? I had just had my carpets cleaned because we had bed bugs, okay? This was probably about 13, 14 years ago. Had bed bugs. Okay, mind you. Somebody donated a mattress to a shelter because this was the first time that I was fucking homeless, okay? Or I'm sorry, maybe the second. Anyways, whatever, who cares? All right, this is another time, right? Lost everything, right? Lost my pad, whatever, because of this dumb bitch. Ended up going to a fucking winter shelter. Just had our first daughter. Had my first daughter from somebody else anyways, whatever. I only had 2 motherfucking kids at the time, all right? Finally get myself a little pad. I'm pregnant with our son already, okay? I'm working night shift at the 99-cent store. I come home, bitch. I come home, all right? I had to throw the mattress out over the fucking balcony. We were living in Van Nuys. I was living in Van Nuys at the time. That bitch was busted again, all right? Twerking it, fucking lathering up his fucking celly or some shit. I don't know. Anyways, I had my windows open because then I had my carpets fucking clean. And I'm like, out of all the fucking places, somebody donates us a mattress. Like, that has... But bitch, I couldn't believe it. So after that, they started making the rule where they were not going to allow used mattresses anymore in the shelter. So anyways, whatever. So had to get the carpets clean, got the carpets clean. I leave the window open, okay? And what are the fucking odds that a wasp nest is like growing inside of my fucking window? Like, they were like a group of wasps. Like a lot. And I was like, what the fuck? So I come in, I turn my fucking light on it. I look in the room and I see like this black thing there. And I turn the light on and I'm like, holy fuck, right? Because it's like a big ass wasp. So then I'm like scared as shit, right? And I'm like, oh my God, right? And this is one that I saw. Okay. I didn't realize when I went into the living room and turned those lights on, how many fucking wasps had like swarmed up and like started growing on our Mind you, at that time, he was in prison. He went to jail for theft. Was supposed to get out and then caught another case for grand theft. Bitch, I could... Really bad. Yeah. So at that time, I was going through weird ass shit. Like, weird shit was going on. Like, and I just never could figure it out. Like, I didn't get it. I just didn't get it. And didn't understand. Stupid me. Young, stupid, dumb. So, I think I was like, what, 20, 21 at that time? So, I'm like now 37, bitch. So, it was pretty bad. Like, but I balanced that dumb bitch out. And it's like, I was going through shit and I would go back up because I get through shit. But it's like, this dumb bitch was cool. Like, he was getting away with shit or fucking getting off on like little things. You know what I mean? Like, I noticed that shit. And once I finally walked away from that stupid bitch, his life went to shit. And I mean to absolute crap. And my life elevated. So it's like, this makes a lot of sense here. Okay? That motherfucker was a problem. So it's like, you will share karma. You will share karma with each other. So please understand that shit. That is real. You and your family are okay from the... That was a fucking years ago. That was years ago. I was like, that's a really weird looking cockroach. That shit was disgusting. I remember I was laying down on the bed and I was so tired. I was working at Chrome Hearts. And I just left the 99-cent store. I think I was just about to leave the night. Anyways, whatever. But I worked late at the 99-cent store and I worked at Chrome Hearts during the day. Horrible. I thought it was a little roachy. Oh no, bitch. I was laying down. I'm like, ah. That shit was scary as fuck. That was disgusting. Yeah, and that was when I got out of another shelter after I had gotten kicked out. Actually, the lady was really nice. She was like, you need to get rid of him. She was like, he needs to go. She was like, you can rent an apartment next to mine. She was like, I'll let you reapply. She was like, but he can't go with you. And I was like, I'm going to the shelter. I'm out. I don't even want to be next to this dumb bitch. Life endangering medical issues and bankruptcy, bitch. Finances. It will hit you in your finances. It will also hit you in your health and your finances. And it was crazy because it was only hitting me at that time in my stability. So like in my car, in my home. And I remember thinking like, wow, like, I guess life's just, you know what I mean? And I'm over here like thinking he's really going to change, or he really wants to come home and fucking, I don't know, whatever. And just never did. You know what I mean? And just been up to the same shit ever since, bitch. And we're now going to be like in our 40s. Same shit. And that was way back when. So, you know, but I didn't get it at the time. I just didn't understand. So, and a lot of people, it's like a reflection of him was like being looked at on me. And I'm like, bitch, I work and go to school. Like, I don't do shit. You know what I mean? And I take care of our fucking kids. Yeah. So, you know, remember that shit. But I feel like this person with this Wheel of Fortune here, it's like this person, it's, yeah, giving me those kind of vibes. Like, it's reminding me of that time, you know? That's like the best example I could think of. But this is somebody who was a karmic soulmate. This is somebody that possibly could be connected to other karmic soulmates. I let my ex claim one of my kids. Dumb decision. He didn't give me... What? He bought a car and it was a repo. Wow, Sita, that was well, I guess you live and you learn. What a stupid bitch. Not you. Well, yeah, I guess you, but that motherfucker, it was a repo. Damn. That sucks. That fucking sucks, man. Facts on both of us. Hey, man, it is what it is. I was a dumb bitch, too. We live, we learn. And that's fucking ratch, okay? Get rid of these losers. Get rid of these lames, okay? Because they will just use you and abuse you and leave you high and dry, okay? For some of you, high as fuck, dry as fuck, and left with nothing. And they don't care because they're used to living like that, like trash. You know what I mean? 7 of Cups in reverse. Told you. You could have been trying to balance shit out with this person. This is a karmic relationship right here. And this is somebody who was connected to other karmics. And not only was this person going through bad karma, but like going through shit maybe you didn't even know what was going on behind the scenes. Karmics are us. Fuck that. Karmics are not us. That's for damn sure. Yeah. What up, brown eyes? What up, bitch? Yeah, and I feel like with the 7 of Cups in reverse on the star card, it's like that shit's over. I know, but I'm just saying. I'm repeating what you're writing. That's not good. Word richery. All right, my sister helped out with my kids, and now they keep just using them. They can't do that. That's fucking illegal. They cannot do that. They cannot just use your kids because they want to, unless they have custody or like you're just not reporting it. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Unless they are supporting the kids, you know what I mean? Blocked me and we have a boy. Damn. I mean, this really too, a lot of it has to do with you standing up for yourself as well. No, she doesn't. Well, then I don't know, that you need to get busy and start calling the IRS or some shit. Make that shit known. Like, no. Especially if they have the kids in their possession, then I don't know. I would really start. I'm not even kidding. Like, I don't think you guys realize like how serious this is. Like, if you have kids, get paperwork on them. It's like a dog. Like, I hate to say it. You got visitors. The lights keep going out. I know. I always have visitors, to be honest with you. That's been like a constant since I was like a kid. I'm serious. Like, you really need to do those things because people will take advantage of you. They think that it's like, oh, whatever. They're not, you know what I mean? And it's like, you know, people often see kids as like, oh, you know, a come up, or like, you know, sadly to say, when you think of kids, you think of like innocence, right? And people don't give a fuck. People are fucking trifling. These devils don't give a fuck. Okay, so go and get some paperwork going. Call the they have like free legal classes there. Well, you know, they'll help you fill out the paperwork and everything. If you don't understand, they'll help you with all that shit. So pawns in a game, yeah, it's sad. It's so sad. And people think that it's, you know, okay, what up, Lizzie Liz? You know, you have to do stuff like that because at least you can say, hey, sorry, this is my kid. They can't do this, and that's it. Do you? Wow. Yeah, I'm telling you, like, you never know. Especially when it comes to situations that are like really like serious. You know, I had a situation like where my step-parents tried to pick up my kids from school, and I was like, bitch, don't you ever pick them up and think that you're not going to communicate with me first. You know what I mean? And like just pick them up. And I totally forgot to take them off an emergency list anyways, but still. So it's like, no, you can't just pick up people's kids, you know, and not communicate with the parent. It's fucking weird. Kids aren't leverage. Yeah, and sadly to say, people do that shit. Bargaining chips. Yeah, people do that shit. I was one of those kids. My kids were sadly almost a part of that game, and I put a stop to that shit real quick. So, you know, you're in control. It's your kids, your life, but you have to be willing to fight for a while before things get, like I said, there's no peace without war type shit, you know? But now it's like there's no illusion here. You're not confused. You're sure of yourself. You're balancing your life out, okay? Or you're just somebody that is like this starseed. Or you're somebody that's like, you have a lot of faith. All right? Me and my siblings were the same. Nope. Yeah, I'm telling you, don't let the cycles repeat. And people aren't going to agree with you, but who gives a fuck? They can go to hell, kiss your ass, like whatever, you know? But if there's really a will, there's really a way. And people have to understand, like, if you're really going to do this journey alone, like, you have to strictly and, like, solely rely on community and God. That's it. When our kids suffer, and it's the worst feeling. It is, but at the same time, it's like, you know, having to, I feel like being a parent or even, like, grandparent, whatever, it's like you have to really, really, really be, like, mentally, like, strong and, like, be able to put your emotions aside, because I swear to God, with like the shit that I was going through, it was like I could have just like withered away and like became a hot ass mess. But I knew, and I was like aware of like the spiritual attacks. I was aware of what they were sending to me. I was so fucking aware. It wasn't even funny. I was like, wow. So once I actually, there was a video I wanted to share about somebody being spiritually attacked. It was a lady I just started following. I can't remember her name, but I know her profile pic. Most of the time, I know you guys' profile pics. But I'm going to have to share it. So I shared her content the other day. She's somebody that's new. I don't always share all the time, but I started following her, and she started talking about how this girl who was like a tarot reader, she was spiritually attacked. And I think she died, and she also unalived her 2 children and her boyfriend. and then offed herself. So it was pretty serious. And so it's like yeah, it was recent. I can't remember her name. I think it was like Danielle something. Yeah. And so she was being spiritually attacked. So I remember Into a Tree. Yes, Carmen. Yes. So yes. And I was like, wow. And so you know, what's crazy is that people don't, and she was also a tarot reader. And so it's crazy because you know how like I close the readings, and actually there's a lot of readers that will close the readings off because you have to cleanse yourself, and you can feel it. Not everybody is cut out for this kind of shit. Like, they will send you shit to where, yeah, you will want to do shit like that. I'm telling you right now, like, you have to be really fucking mentally and spiritually fucking strong to really understand, like, when you are being spiritually attacked, you have to know this is, like, they're going to send you attacks. Like, you're gonna feel shit that's not really, you cannot act on that shit. Like, you have to be really spiritually strong. So just because you're a fucking terror, that does not mean that you are spiritually fucking strong or equipped for this kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they do it almost every full moon. I'm fucking done. You know what's crazy is that, remember I was telling you too, like, my one kid always gets fucking sick around the full moon? Remember I was sharing with you guys? That's just true. Like, some people, and to me personally, I feel like, what up military? Or Charlie, thank you for your service. Risa, I would love to hear it. Ooh, okay, you missed it. I went on astral projection. So, tell me why. Tell me why I was watching Charmed, right? I'm telling you, I was watching Charmed. Watch the first episode in the very first season. I'm telling you, it's all about astral projecting. I think also on the third episode or some shit like that was about astral projection. And so one of the sisters, I think it's Piper, right? So she's standing there and you see, like, in the video, this is the only way I can, like, you can, like, physically explain it, I guess, in a way, or, like, see it on a TV. But I'm telling you, there is, okay, so Uncharmed is the shit. So I started watching that show again, and you see, like, a ghost figure of the guy that's, like, whispering in her ear, but she can't see the guy, but we see it on the TV, right? And we know that this guy is, like, a bad guy, and he's, like, projecting. So, or he's, like, astral projecting, right, to them, and he's, like, spiritually spying on them, right? Bastard, right? Spiritually spying on them. And he's whispering it in their fucking ears. And she's like, weird. And he's like, you wicked witch, right? Tells her like some shit in her ear. And she like starts feeling bad about herself. And she's like, why do I feel like I need to go to therapy right now? Like, super corny. But you know what I'm saying? Like, and then all of a sudden he disappears. But that's kind of like the best way to physically it's kind of true. Like, it is true in a way. You know what I'm saying? So, I have 2 mirrors. Yes. And mirrors are portals. So, what up, Powell? Ow. So, yes, and it's a trip because, like, earlier today I was also listening to this one chick I follow on YouTube, and so she was writing basically about the full moon, and she's like, I think it was around like 4 p.m. today or something. I forget whatever time it was today. And actually around that time today, I think it was after I got off live with you guys or before, but around the time that she was saying it, I did feel like I felt like very sensitive, we'll just put it that way, to certain things. So I be telling them to get the fuck out of here and don't have permission to be here. Yeah, like, sometimes people think it's not true. Like, people don't be doing shit. Like, people be doing dumbass shit all the time. I'm telling you, like, when people die, like, I always see them. Like, I always see, like, the shadows of them. They'll come, like, pretty much, I guess, say goodbye, and then they'll go. But every time, I cannot tell you, every fucking time, it's usually, like, the day before it's actually going to happen, or, like, the day, or, like, the part of, like, where I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's like a shadow. Like, I can feel it, like they're coming to say goodbye. It's weird. So and it's usually I'll end up hearing, like, the next day, like, oh yeah, that person died the other day or whatever, you know. And I'm like, oh shit, weird. That's happened like a few times actually this year with a few different people that have passed. So What up, Eric? And so, but you know, these are things that people will fucking do, and it's like they will throw black magic at you, and it's like, motherfuckers, you know. And they will be playing with death magic, and it's fucking sad, but people don't fucking, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. My first Saturn return, I got fucking attacked so bad. That's how I got into tarot. That's how I got into tarot, literally. Yeah, like I remember, same thing, my ex, I remember he would come late at night and he'd be scared as fuck. He's such a sissy. He'd be scared as shit. And like, we used to have carpet. So like, you know how like you can hear footsteps on the carpet, and I think now every fucking apartment like pad has like, you know, the fake wooden floors or whatever. I'm telling you, $1 billion. I'm telling you. You're just called to do it. And I feel like too, this also, it helps you in your journey for you to receive messages. Like I can't even tell you like how much it's helped me. Even already confirm things that I already intuitively just know sometimes. Like I just know. But this just kind of is like the story. You know what I mean? It helps me communicate. That's all I can say, you know? But you know, I remember we would hear like people walking like on the carpet late at night and no one was there. Like I remember like the kids would leave for the weekend or whatever, and like he'd be out fucking running amok and like come in. I'm like, you see? You fucking are always letting these fucking spirits, I don't know wherever fucking you were at, but you're over here bringing in shit in the fucking pad. And I would have to sage that shit. I would fucking put oil, pray around the windows. Like that's never changed. I've always done that. But you should try it. I mean, hey, if you're being called to do it, like I remember I bought the original deck, right? I went and I bought this, and I didn't really know how to do it. I didn't know shit. I just felt like I was guided to go buy some fucking tarot cards, and I did. And so I put them, like, they tell you too, like you could spread them out like this. You know what I mean? Like spread it out and then just put your hand over it and like whatever you're guided to do. I even took a picture of it. I took a picture and I saved it. I still have it. I have to show you my very first spread. And now that I kind of know how to obviously like interpret it way better, now looking back, I was like, damn, like, I was going through a lot of shit. And so these things were coming out in the fucking cards, and it was like helping me. And I remember the death card came out in that first spread. I think I picked 4. Yeah, I think it was like 4. And the death card came out and I was like, oh my God. Right? But it doesn't mean like, it was just a spiritual transformation. Why not? I'm your confirmation. And I feel like this one, my little one, remember I was telling you, it's like I feel like in 2 different people. Ew, stay away from them. Yeah, but you can see it. You can see it. You can totally see it in people. Like certain people you can see it. But I feel like if anybody was trying to like send us shit or send my kids shit, it's almost like too, I feel like whoever was trying to push it, it's like the kids will get hit sometimes. And so it sucks because the kids that are spiritually I feel like personally, in my opinion, gifted, the ones that I do have that are very sensitive to that shit, I feel like in this full moon, like this one is purging some shit that was sent like a week ago. I started noticing and I was like, the fuck? You're asking to understand. Understand what? Well, it's crazy because like when you're little, you don't realize too, like when I was little, I would pick up on a lot of energy, and like looking back now I understand like why you act a certain way or why you do certain things at a certain time, or like, you know what I mean? Like you notice things, or like why I would feel stuff, or why I would like be scared. You know what I mean? Like I understand more, but it's like at least now I know I can identify it and like help fix it. Okay. But I mean, we're spiritually protected, period. But I just feel like this is something that people be sending shit to me, and they send shit to my fucking family. So, you know, and that's just the harsh reality of the shit. Yeah. So, yeah, and you'll feel it. You'll feel it. Absolutely, we're protected. Jacob. Oh, okay. I saw his fro. I saw your fro and I was like, that has to be Jacob. But yeah, sadly to say, that girl, she fed into it, and she was spiritually attacked, and she fed into the shit. Now, whatever the fuck was going on prior to that girl's life, I don't know what triggered that shit. Yeah, I don't know what triggered that shit. What up, Rainy? Dude, you guys missed the live earlier with fucking OG Hobo. Absolutely, you guys are protected. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's dude, that was like my first little fucking interview and shit. Hold up. And it's like, people get mad too. I feel like they get mad. Oh, you shouldn't be doing that. And it's like, why? I'm just gonna tell you now, like, these are the things also that people too, they want you to stay away from, but then it's like, then you're like lost. You're unaware, and you're the ones that are being more attacked than anything, I feel like. And not understanding or being aware of it. You know? And it's sad because, yes, you will try to, sadly to say, unalive yourself or others. And it's like, you can't feed into that shit. Like, you have to be mentally fucking strong. You have to understand it fully, completely, and know it. I'm telling you. What up, Anthea? And you know what? I read your thing. I don't know why it didn't approve it on your thing, on the thing. And then I think I accidentally deleted it. But I saw your comment about the hospital one and how you just decided to fucking leave. So good for you. High five. I'm glad. Yeah, I should have too. Well, was never really supposed to, because if we were supposed to, then we would have. You know what I mean? Few other personal rituals to keep cleared. Good for you. Yeah, like, you know, you have to do what you have to do, and I'm always prayed up, you know what I mean, like, regardless. But still, I feel like when I am guided to do certain things for protection, like, specifically, I will do it. No, it like, no. So like, if you leave a comment on my shit, because I have it where, like, if people try to like spam my shit or like advertise, like, I have it where it's like sensitive. So like, if you try to comment something and it like catches something and it thinks it's weird, it'll like put it in another category, so it won't show it on there, but I can see it. What up, Abby? But yeah, I feel like somebody here, it's like you're no longer under these illusions. And a lot of these things too, it's like they're meant to just slow you down. That's all it is. It's like, was just meant to slow you the fuck down. Cinnamon, cayenne pepper, ginger, garlic, bay leaves, reversal candles. The list goes on and on. Ooh, jasmine. I love oils. I do. I love my oils. Yeah, like, I'm even guided, like, even certain times, like, to give my altar to certain, like, deities, and then clear it, and then work with other deities during certain times. If that's what I'm guided to do, like, I will do it. What up, Jessica? Yeah, so and I also feel like somebody here too, it's like they wanted you to be unstable. Like, somebody here is pissed off because you're stable, and they're spying. They're watching you have this good luck, or they're watching you have this wheel of fortune, like, without them. Like, yeah, this is somebody that was a fucking burnout. Yeah, like you really kind of have to, I feel like, in a sense, and know also like when something is not right. Like you have to know. I don't know. I just feel like, there's times too, like where I was doing readings and I felt like these fucking certain hoes were fucking doing like spiritual attacks and shit like that. And that's why I'll shut it off, because it's like I cannot stand that. I know I have to fucking cleanse my energy. Yeah, like I'll know. Like I know when. So, that's why it's like, no, I'm not always going to have my fucking readings open. No, I'm not going to reach out to people and be like, yeah, hey, you want a reading? Like, no, I'm not. You book that shit on the fucking website and then we'll go from there. Like, if that's what I'm open to doing. But right now I'm not. What up, Alicia? Absolutely. It's so true. Like, you will always be, like I was talking earlier, it's like I will always know, you will always know when you're in danger or something's off, because the Holy Spirit will tell you. Literally. Signs that you've been spiritually attacked. You will not literally hear, I don't know, some people say they do, but they don't. It's like, okay, so for me, spiritually, how I communicate anyways, it's like I spiritually can feel what they're saying. I can feel. So I can feel what they're saying. There's thoughts that are not yours. Okay. You will be drained. All right. You will have high anxiety. You'll just be thinking really stupid shit. There's things too, like on here, like I probably would not want to say on here, only because like it's pretty serious. Like I'll probably end up getting like kicked out of here. Like I can't really say what I was. And I know that they were demons. I knew that it was a bad, it was bad. It was really fucking bad. And I never ever in my life, and I knew at that moment in time too, like it was like they wanted me to doubt my faith. They wanted me to doubt my faith in God, and they wanted me to, and I seriously never felt like so spiritually far from like my spiritual team or like God. I don't know how to explain it. Like it's hard to explain. But it was like I knew I was being tested. Like I just knew it. And I knew that those thoughts were not mine. And I also remembered thinking back to the part where Paul had the disciple, right? Like this was also another thing. It's like, these stories in the Bible, these books we read, they're there to help us, because you're going to go through these things in life. Like people think like, oh my God, you're such a Bible thumper, this and that. It's like, no, stupid bitch. These are great things to like listen to and like learn and like understand, because you are going to go through those things. You are going to bear your own cross. You are going to be persecuted. You are going to think things that you don't want to think. You're going to do shit that you don't want to do sometimes, or like you're going to have to do it even if you don't want to, because that's just what you have to do. Like people don't understand like the difference between the darkness and the light. Like they don't understand, or it's so easy to feed into those things. If it's so easy for you to feed into those things, it's usually darkness. It's easier to do the wrong thing or to do something that is negative than it is to do the right thing. So that's another thing as well. Yeah, it's milestones. Absolutely. And it's like people don't realize that. You shouldn't think that. You know what? That's another thing, Carmen. Like, when you guys start, it's funny because my friend, this is my friend's theory. And I'm like, this could very much. And she's like my sister. When you're talking about like, fire and this and that. So let me just say this. So those fears in your mind, like it's good to be like cautious, right? Let me read like, why do you have those things? If you feel like, you need to act on like an instinct and it's not you just being fearful, because you have to also know the difference between being afraid and then a warning sign from spirit. Because I feel like you're going to just know. You're going to just know. And it's almost like there is no doubt in your mind. This is what you need to do. That's how you know. When you're afraid, when you're scared, that's also like fear being installed into you. So like my friend's also afraid of like fire, right? I grew up with my dad. My dad's a firefighter, right? Okay. So believe me, I've had all the fear that you could possibly think about being safe. All right. Fire safety and all this bullshit, right? So my friend is super afraid of like fire, this and that, right? She's always scared to light her candles. Like she's afraid to leave them in the house. She's afraid to leave them and like walk away. Like she's always afraid of fire. And she's like, you know why I think I'm afraid of fire? I think we were burned at the stake. And I was like, hey, we possibly could have, bitch. You know, we're pretty old fucking souls. What up, magical souls? Speaking of old souls, what up, 777? How are you? You can always trust a dishonest person to be dishonest honestly. Johnny Depp. I love that. Yes, but at the same time, you have to have discernment. And so these are lessons that we have to learn. Yeah, being paranoid, but it's your imagination. It may be your imagination. Yeah, but like what would make you think that you need to be afraid if there's no smoke detectors in your house? And if so, and it's bothering you, for sure, just be like, you know what, Mom? I'm going to bring you a smoke detector and we're going to put batteries in it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's illegal. Every house or home has to have one. It's like guidelines for like the city. You know what I mean? So just go do that, take care of that. But I feel like also that's like, it's not something that's typical. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess maybe if like it were to be like some weird spontaneous shit, the wiring's fucked up or whatever, sure. There's a meth lab in there, sure. You have a fucking unsafe, you know what I mean? You leave the fucking pilot on. Some fucking crazy shit. But yeah, discernment and fear, like people also need to understand how to use that as well. And I feel like I've been in situations where like I knew damn well like I had to sit there and like lay with myself because I remember being so spiritually attacked also maybe about 2 or 3 years ago when I lit that one candle that was like all black. I was being attacked so bad and it was so annoying, right? During that time I also had a lot of like visitors as well, like helping me, I feel like along the way also, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like also spiritually they were fighting for me. Okay. And I'm not afraid, really, but I remember like sitting there like, fuck, laying there with like the worst anxiety. And let me tell you something, I don't have any reason to have anxiety. So the fact that I had to lay there literally all day in bed and I fucking just prayed like so hard. Like I prayed and I knew that I was okay. Like I knew I was okay. I knew I was safe. There was nothing for me to have anxiety about, but it was like this sense of like somebody trying to throw shit at me. And like I already caught on to it. And it literally lasted the whole fucking day. It was horrible. It was like the most horrible fucking feeling ever. And so, yeah. And I knew that you know what I mean? So it's like you having to fight kind of, I don't want to say against yourself, but like against these forces in a way, and like knowing how to like soothe yourself and like understand that like, hey, you are safe, you're fine, like whatever. And like, just pray through it. Like you're going to be okay. Even spiritual headaches. Okay. I remember when I was getting attacked too, like I had a migraine, like a motherfucker. And it was like out of the blue. I'm not somebody who gets headaches a lot. If I do, it's usually probably because I'm like dehydrated. I need to fucking go to sleep or something like that, but not just out of the blue when there's like no reason for it. Yeah, it is. It's kind of like having negative thoughts that really are just unnecessary. Ascension headaches ain't no joke. It could be also ascension, but sometimes no, they're not. They're like spiritual attacks as well. One of a friend of mine, she's extremely, so like she's clairaudient, and literally like she can feel like, one time she said somebody like literally sat on her bed and she could feel the weight of somebody on her bed and nobody was there. So yeah, sometimes it can be ascension and sometimes it's not. But again, like you guys have to use your discernment, but you have to stay strong and like know that like it's going to be okay. Like things are going to change. Things are going to move forward. Like you're not always going to feel that feeling. So it's like kind of like talking to yourself outside yourself in a sense. You know, Kennedy, what up? I have no idea. I don't even know what that means. Yeah, you do. You have to ride the pain. And if something didn't go the way that you wanted it, you probably have to sit and think like it's probably because it's not for you. Yeah, and things are not always going to go the way that you want them to go. Like, it's just not that way. Again, you're going to be tested, so people have to also understand that shit. Like, even when things seem like they're not going in your favor, they appear that they're not. Like, I've said little things here and there, like, through my journey, or even, like, while people were watching me go through a transformation. Like, before I had TikTok, before I had YouTube, I had other platforms that were pretty big at that time that I decided to completely shut off, and, like, just disappear for a while. And I would throw little hints out here and there, like spiritually, that I was guided to say. But it's true, like, you know, sometimes things are not always what they appear to be, you know, whether that be like good or bad. So it's like, just because you're going through some fucked up shit, that doesn't mean it's not going in your favor. It's really actually, it did go in my favor. Like, everything did. I don't give a fuck what it was or how hard it was. It's gonna go in your favor when you have the right intention, when you have a good intention. You know, you're not coming from like a nasty place in your heart. Absolutely, things manifest as an illness. Absolutely. Anomalies from spiritual attacks, asking for myself. Absolutely, everything. So, like, as above, so below, right? Like, I'm sure you've heard that like 1,000 times. You're like, what the fuck does that mean? Things that a thought that we have. That's why they say it only takes like so many seconds, or like, I can't remember like how, I don't know if it's like literally a minute or not, but I don't think so. I think it's like 7 seconds for you to change your, and I could be wrong. But it's so many seconds for you to change your train of thought, because you can think all kinds of really crazy shit and you need to change your train of thought, because it's going to manifest in a weird ass fucking way. We can be our own worst enemy. Absolutely. But we can also be like our biggest cheerleaders. You know, so, you know, that could be from stress. So, like, that could be from stress, or like one time actually I did, and it was actually, I burned my eye with hot water while I was cooking, but that was weird. But I mean, it wasn't. But yeah, like, I flicked the spoon in the, but it could actually be from stress. It could just be from stress. And also, you know, that as well, like, if you really want to like deep think it like to the like millionth power, I was also thinking about eyes. So it's funny that you say that, because I was thinking, like, you know, things could be going on with people's eyes, like something wrong with their eyes. Because I had gotten like, what up, Elle? Thoughts are as powerful as our words. A reminder not to give in to what might we sabotage. Oh, and I remember actually getting advice. So this was also proof that like my stepmom fucking knows about like witchcraft and shit. I remember she used to tell me all the time, because it's true. Like, she would say like, oh, the devil can't really hear your thoughts unless you say them. And like, basically what she was telling me was like, basically like, not to say things out loud, like certain things not to say out loud, because obviously they can manifest. And not only that, but it's like, then it's almost giving them, like, you're weakening them. All right. You need surgery on your eyes. Weird. Yeah, I was like, something about eyes lately. Like, I had a reading too about somebody like possibly blind or not being able to see or something like that. Hold on. Cataracts. There you go. That's a good one. I didn't think about that. No, Leslie, I have not. No, but you know what? I mean, who knows? You know, it's like, I believe in telepathic communication. A lot of things I feel like are things that I cannot explain. that are like easy for me or like that I understand. Yeah, I've tried a cleanse before. I don't know. It's like whatever. I've had a couple people do different cleanses like over me as well. A friend of mine, she used was it an apple? No, it was, can't remember. I forgot what fruit it was. But anyways, maybe it was an apple we used. And she did like this cleanse where like she put it all, oh no, it was an onion. It was an onion. So an onion cleanse. I don't know if you guys have ever done that. She's Cuban. So, I don't know if that was like a Cuban or it was Irish. I think it was an Irish thing that she was telling me that she learned from somebody who was from Ireland. Anyway. What was that, Leslie? Yeah, but that could just be they scratched themselves and just like forgot. Unless you like saw it happen like while it was happening, like on some movie shit, you know? Um like the other day, like, okay, I have a scratch here on my thigh, you know what I mean? My one daughter's like, Mom, how'd you get a scratch on your thigh? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like, you know, shit can just happen. But yeah, when I was little, I would get like weird shit and I'm like, huh? But who knows? I would see like my shit move and stuff when I was little. Literally. Um like I think that's why too, like I don't mind being alone because I know I'm never really alone. Um oh, you mean the vegetables? Yeah, so like I was also posting that too the other day. Speaking of that, I was like with the apple. So like we had the apple sitting here overnight and like you know how like sometimes they'll start browning like right away. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I went to somebody's house, I'm not gonna say who. But like I went to somebody's house and I left like an apple there that I was like cutting up for my kid and that shit started turning brown right away. My shit didn't turn brown at all. Um Always leave some out on the counter. Offering to the negative energy is very nice. Yeah, like, and it was a trip too because the other day, right? So like I'll leave, like I remember too, like there's certain things that like I had no knowledge of. None. Absolutely none. Like there's no way I could have known unless like I was shown spiritually. So it's like really if you are spiritually guided to work with certain deities or certain even like certain symbols. I remember I kept seeing like certain symbols in my third eye and I would like draw them out because there's also faces too that like I see so clearly. I can't really maybe draw them the greatest, but that I see certain faces or like deities or like other even people's faces like and like I'll recognize them like if I were to ever see that person, you know what I mean? Like I would be like, oh hey, I know I remember that person, like I saw them before. So but it's because I've seen them, like a picture of them. So it's a lonely ride. It absolutely is, bitch. It really is. You know, it is, but it's not. Like, I don't know. I've always known that I'm never alone. Like, I remember I'd be in my room coloring, and like, I know there's like things there I can't explain. I would scare the shit out of my family all the time. You know, sometimes I think it's a good thing, you know, to like to share, but some things I feel like, you know, they're meant for us. Um, like there are certain things that like in my third eye, like I probably wouldn't share. Or I can't, you know what I mean? Because I feel like they're meant for you on your journey. You know what I'm saying? Your older sister is nearly always with you. Is that, did she pass away or like she literally is always with you? Yeah, like I feel like sometimes they're like these like guides or like almost like a map, you know what I mean? And it's like they're showing us shit, especially when we don't have guidance or you don't have proper guidance or people that are very, I don't want to say wise, but spiritually. So, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Watson. Yeah, like, you'll know, you know what I mean? Like, you'll know when something's lingering or someone, I remember like friends that had passed away like during a certain time. Like I know they were always like with me and shit. I know they were always with me. Like, all right, bitch. Fuck are you doing? Oh, you're both Pisces suns. Really sweet people. I will say that. Really sweet people. Very spiritual people. Very like teacher type energy. No. Yeah, it's like you think you're seeing shit, but it's like, no. And then, of course, people are going to say that. You know, sometimes, yeah, people do see shit that's like, all right. But for the most part, when you're, like, sane, you're not seeing shit. It is comforting, isn't it? You know what? That's good. Good for you, Watson. That's dope. Yeah, feeling is like, it sucks sometimes when you feel something like so, and it's hard to explain. It is hard to explain when you feel like immense feeling like of, I don't know, it's hard to explain it in words. It's just hard. But yeah, so, you know, that's why it's like, be mindful, because these are lessons, you know? Yeah, these are lessons. These are things that are like on your path that it's like no one can explain. I remember that word Ogun, okay? The word Ogun came to me. I didn't know who the fuck Ogun was. I had no idea who he was. And I remember saying that during a reading a few years back, and then I looked it up. Actually somebody told me to look it up. Because I didn't know who the fuck that was. Kind of makes sense with certain shit that was going down at that time, but you know, there's just certain things, even like the chakra symbols, like I had no idea what the fuck that was. And then I started going into like the metaphysical shops and shit like that, and I was like, oh shit, I saw that symbol. That's the one that I drew, and it made sense with what I was seeing and the shit that I was like going through and needed to heal at that time. So and it's a good thing. Like, I don't know, like, people want to say, like, oh, that's demonic and all that shit. It's like, no, bitch, fuck off. Like, no, it's not. You can tell when something's fucking weird. You can tell. Like, I was really fucking pissed, but I sent whatever the fuck it was back, but it pissed me off. But I knew that, like, my one of my daughters, like, that's part of her gift, like, where she's gifted. So she's clairaudient, and she was going through a certain period where like she was being like attacked. And she's not schizophrenic. She doesn't hear voices, like all weird, but she was, I feel like, yeah, like she was. And also same thing, like she can feel, like same thing like my one friend. And it's kind of a trip because they both have a certain placement in Scorpio. And another placement, and they same thing, my friend, same thing, she's clairaudient, and she also will start getting downloads around certain times that I noticed my other daughter, same thing. So it was pretty interesting to kind of like know that and then talk to her about it. And she is, you know, she obviously believes in God and shit like that, but you know, she's a big believer also in God. So, you know, stare at the moon. I love it. I love the sky at night. No, she wasn't. She wasn't sick during the eclipse. No, it's the little one that gets sick during the full moons. And it's because motherfuckers be sending her dad shit and me shit. So, like, her dad's different from my other kids. But, like, I'm really aware of the shit that, like, I'm aware of the shit that they fucking do. So that's why I was just like, all right, bitch. But every fucking full moon never fails. She always has like a fever, or like her asthma acts up every fucking full moon. Not every full moon, but like I want to say majority of the full moons. Like, you guys are always, I think I've lived it. I'm like, yeah, she's like again. Like, it's like, why? It's fucking weird. I don't think that's coincidence. But I feel like, yeah. What up, Green? What up? So, yeah. I'm already knowing. I don't know if it's like, and I was thinking about it too, because I was born in an eclipse moon. So I was like, during the eclipse, I feel like I always have like energy. Like I get like a spike of energy, you know? But I felt very tired around this full moon. Like I was like more tired than usual. Like I've been resting a lot. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna go. It was great talking with you guys, but I will talk to you guys later. Have a good night. Peace.